The Sila, a creature that drifts through the mists of Islamic and Arabic folklore with an elegance, cunning and malevolence that would make even the most seasoned trickster pause for thought. She is a jinn, but not just any jinn, but one of the most feared and malign of her kind. Much like the witches of Western tales, she wields magical powers, her favourite party trick being the ability to entice and deceive men. But the Sila is far more than a mere enchantress. She is part of the rich tapestry of Jinn lore, one of 3 intelligent species created by God. Humans were moulded from humble clay, angels from divine light, but the Jinn, including the Sila, were born from the smokeless fire, an ethereal substance that captures their otherworldly and dangerous nature. Now, while all Jinn are mysterious with their flickers of freedom and free will, the Sila stand out for their particular fondness for human men. A witch-like being, a seductress and shapeshifter, capable of appearing in whatever guises she chooses. In some tales, she is depicted as a hideous crone, the stuff of nightmares. Yet in others, she takes on the form of a bewitching beauty, a siren in the sands. This, of course, is no accident. The Sila's skill lies in her ability to manipulate her appearance, becoming whatever best serves her purposes. Though notably, she tends to remain unseen by those who are not her intended victims. But is the Sila evil? Well, that's where things get murky. Her primary aim, according to many tales, is not outright malevolence, but rather to attract human men for mating. It is in the conjugal arts that she finds her calling, and some stories suggest that her unions with humans can be quite successful, even affectionate. In fact, the offspring of such unions, known as the Banu Sila, are half jinn, half human hybrids whose legend stretches back to the pre-Islamic era. One charming tale, recounted by the scholar Abu Zaid, tells of a man who married a Sila and fathered multiple hybrid children with her. They lived in domestic harmony until, that is, the Sila saw a flash of lightning from her homeland and realised it was time to return to her tribe. Off she went, never to be seen again. One rumour even holds that all Arabs are descended from these half-jinn offspring. However, not all Sila human encounters end in such idyllic fashion. Sometimes she can be rather more like the notorious ghoul, another jinn known for its predilection for luring travellers to their doom in the desert. A ghoul often takes on the form of a woman to seduce its prey, only to murder and devour them. The Sila shares this ability, though with one significant distinction. While a ghoul is a mere shapeshifter assuming female form, the Sila is female through and through. Her reasons for seduction may not be entirely innocent, but she isn't simply out to kill. In some cases, she may even spare her human lover, allowing him to live on and remain with her in a somewhat traditional relationship. There is some debate though about just how much shape-shifting the Sila can do. Some sources claim that she has a fixed appearance, while others insist on her ability to change at will. Even more intriguingly, while ghouls tend to haunt the barren desert, the Sila prefers the more picturesque locales of forests and woodlands. This gives her a broader canvas for her mischief and makes her all the more likely to encounter solitary wanderers far from the gaze of civilization. The nature of the Sila has over time divided opinion. Arabic sorcerers have reportedly used her to curse their enemies, inflicting torment and torture through her unwilling participation. Others suggest, rather more generously, that the Sila can actually be helpful, meddling in human affairs for the better. Tales from Bedouin tribes tell of Silas chasing their camels away from grazing lands. An inconvenient bit of trickery, no doubt, but hardly the mark of a murderous monster. As is so often the case with these legendary beings, the best defence against a Sila is vigilance. Should you find yourself in an isolated spot and encounter a strangely alluring woman, be sure to inspect her closely. Look out for hoofs instead of feet, or perhaps demon-like eyes. If her true nature starts to show, your best bet might be a quick prayer and adherence to the teachings of the Quran. According to one 19th century Iraqi historian, the term Sila was sometimes even used derogatorily to refer to women who were considered unfaithful or simply powerful and witty. Of course, the Sila is not an entirely unique figure in global mythology. She bears a striking resemblance to the succubus, a demon from Western legends who ensnares men through sexual seduction. Like the sílā, the succubus was initially portrayed as a hag, only to become more alluring as the legend evolved. The myth of the succubus can be traced back to early Jewish texts, which describe Lilith, Adam's first companion, who rebelled against him and subsequently gave birth to legions of demons. Lilith is often considered the first succubus, and her legacy echoes through numerous cultures. Other similar figures abound. In ancient Greek mythology, there are the sirens, whose songs lured sailors to their deaths. And in Celtic lore, female demons and fairies play similar tricks. Over in South Asia, we find the Shurel, a vengeful female spirit from India and Pakistan, who returns after death to drain the life force of her male victims. The list goes on, showing that the lure of the supernatural seductress transcends borders and time. Finally, we come to a particularly interesting historical twist. Some scholars suggest that the legend of the sílā, along with other jinn, may have been influenced by the Mongol warriors who swept into Arab lands in the Middle Ages. These fierce horseback riders, with their almost supernatural prowess, might well have inspired tales of jinn, their inhuman skill feeding into the mythology. So whether she's a shape-shifting seductress or simply a misunderstood trickster, the sílā remains a fascinating figure in the world of myth. So next time you hear the wind rustling in the woods or see a flicker of lightning over distant hills, take heed. It might just be a sílā pondering her next move. Do you have something to say about the sílā? Have we missed something important? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please do subscribe, as it helps us fund the channel. This has been James from Fairy Tales, Myths and Legends. We hope to see you again soon.